The following article has been excerpted from The Everlasting Man, written by G.K Chesterton. To get your own copy of this book in its entirety, click on the link below to purchase from Amazon. It was said truly enough that human Christianity, in its recurrent weakness, was sometimes too wedded to the powers of the world. But if it was wedded, it has very often been widowed. It is a strangely immortal sort of widow. An enemy may have said at one moment that Christianity was but an aspect of the power of the Caesars, and it sounds as strange today as to call it an aspect of the pharaohs. An enemy might say that it was the official faith of feudalism, and it sounds as convincing now as to say that it was bound to perish with the ancient Roman villa. All these things did indeed run their course to its normal end, and there seemed no course for the religion but to end with them. It ended, and it began again. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. The civilization of antiquity was the whole world, and men no more dreamed of its ending than of the ending of daylight. They could not imagine another order unless it were in another world. The civilization of the world has passed away, and those words have not passed away. In the long night of the Dark Ages, feudalism was so familiar a thing that no man could imagine himself without a lord, and religion was so woven into that network that no man would have believed they could be torn asunder. Feudalism itself was torn to rags and rotted away in the popular life of the true Middle Ages, and the first and freshest power in that new freedom was the old religion. Feudalism had passed away, and the words did not pass away. The whole medieval order, in many ways so complete and almost cosmic a home for man, wore out gradually in its turn, and here, at least, it was thought that the words would die. They went forth across the radiant abyss of the Renaissance, and in 50 years were using all its light and learning for new religious foundations, new apologetics, new saints. It was supposed to have been withered up at last in the dry light of the Age of Reason. It was supposed to have disappeared ultimately in the earthquake of the Age of Revolution. Science explained it away, and it was still there. History disinterred it in the past, and it appeared suddenly in the future. Today, it stands once more in our path, and even as we watch it, it grows. If our social relations and records retain their continuity, if men really learn to apply reason to the accumulating facts of so crushing a story, it would seem that sooner or later, even its enemies will learn from their incessant and interminable disappointments not to look for anything so simple as its death. They may continue to war with it, but it will be as they war with nature, as they war with the landscape, as they war with the skies. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. They will watch for it to stumble. They will watch for it to err. They will no longer watch for it to end. Insensibly, even unconsciously, they will, in their own silent anticipations, fulfill the relative terms of that astounding prophecy. They will forget to watch for the mere extinction of what has so often been vainly extinguished, and will learn instinctively to look first for the coming of the comet or the freezing of the star.